Surprising ways diseases have been cured. Hello folks. Welcome to True Interest. Have you ever heard of the saying that the means justifies the end? That it doesn't matter how you get there so long as you make it to the end. However, these methods used to cure diseases are so surprising we just had to talk about them. Be sure to stay tuned to the end because the top 3 methods will knock you off your feet. 10. Parasitic worms for allergies. Never underestimate how fatal allergies can be. Those reactions can take one out just like that. Surprisingly, worms have been used on the coast to cure allergies. Since the 70s, scientists have noted that individuals infected by parasitic worms, most especially hookworms, would be free of allergies that would normally affect them. So next time you see a worm, don't be too quick to crash it. 9. Viruses for blindness. Unlike bacteria, there is no good virus. But after this, you may reconsider. Scientists have succeeded in curing blindness before. Most notably was the test the University of Berkeley conducted on monkeys. The scientists injected viruses into the eyes of the subject near the retinas and let the virus do what they do best. The virus releases its own genetic material into the cells, causing them to partially regain vision. 8. Laser lobotomy for mental illness. Each of us has been affected by mental illness, either directly or indirectly. This procedure, which was once outlawed, is still controversial. However, thanks to technology, more people are embracing it. Although, it is important to note that the procedure is used as a last resort. The procedure is used to target a tiny fraction of the brain to remove small masses that are known to cause undesirable tendencies. 7. Bacterial infection for poop transplant. Don't be disgusted just yet. Remember when I told you there are good bacteria? There are also bad bacteria. These two are always in battle, and when the bad bacteria wins, there becomes a problem. During a colonoscopy procedure, a patient will be inserted with fecal matter from donors with good bacteria into their colon. With this introduction, the system resets itself to normal, creating a balance between the good and the bad bacteria. 6. Internal hypothermia for cardiac arrest. This is quite genius, especially since both cardiac arrest and hypothermia can be fatal. It's like using fire to end fire. In most cases, when patients suffer cardiac arrest, their brains die because of lack of oxygen, leaving them in a vegetative state. Doctors have discovered that using hypothermia in a controlled environment for about 24 hours prevents damage to the brain. This increases the chances for the patients to fully recover. 5. Maggots for necrosis and gangrene. Okay, now you can be grossed out. It also appears that these little disgusting creatures are making a comeback. Do you want to guess why they were done away in the first place? I think we'd all know. One word: yuck. Anyway, maggots are slowly making a comeback to cure necrosis in cases where antibiotics fail to do the job. They prevent the spread to other areas, saving the patients the risk of amputation. But I think we agree that being feasted on maggots for a while is better than losing any of your limbs. 4. Herpes for skin cancer. I mean, these two are a lethal combination. Just how does it actually work? This weird combo was discovered by researchers at UCLA that conducted the study for 2 years. They noted that more than 60% of patients receiving the designed herpes together with cancer medication did much better than those on medication only. 3. Pneumonia for leukemia. Leukemia has to be the worst form of cancer ever. It's the type that affects the blood. Luckily, thanks to everyday inventions and scientific progress, humankind is halfway to curbing the disease. For this type of cancer, remissions are not so common, but they happen, and pneumonia is to blame for it. According to a study by Washington University back in 2014, out of the total 46 remission cases, 90% of patients had recently recovered from infections such as pneumonia. 2. SARS. This disease sounds a bit familiar because it came and disappears so fast, thankfully. Severe acute respiratory syndrome caused a stirring worldwide when it became responsible for 11% of all deaths. It was just too deadly. Its symptoms were worse than those of coronavirus. The good thing was that those that had it knew and would quickly isolate themselves to avoid spreading. As unfortunate as it sounds, More casualties meant reduced chances of the disease spreading. 1. Amoeba for brain illness. This procedure is what saved a 12-year-old collie Hardick. The little girl suffered from parasitic meningitis that was due to the contraction of her brain. Out of 128 patients that underwent this procedure, only 2, collie being the third, survived. The type of amoeba responsible for collie's recovery is from a freshwater lake. She even suspects where she got it from. She was well taken care of by the team of doctors, her mother describing the situation as miraculous. That's all we had time for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Stay safe and see you in the next video.